But I think John too, I think that's kind of why you moved towards the creator owned type work. Is that, or maybe I'm just guessing here, but I thought that was more of a interesting approach to your art.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of dovetailing off of what Tommy was saying there, though, um, the first gig I ever got was the cover of a Michael Moorcock book, and it was cover and interiors actually. And I remember going to Mike and the editor and the managing editor and the publisher took me to his house. He had a home here in Texas, and this is like right back at the beginning of my career. And I remember sitting on the sofa and showing Mike some sketches of the interiors and saying, "Hey, this is what I was thinking, but what would you kind of like me to do?" And he said, "You're the artist, you figure it out." And he said it in a really cool way. He didn't say it in a real pushy, aloof way, but he's just really elegant British cat, and he said it in a way that didn't hurt me, but it made me just sit there and think. And remember, this is my first gig. I'm green as grass. This is one of the legends in the field. He's got every right to tell me, "Look, son, you probably have no idea what you're doing, so here's how to do it." But instead he said, "No, you need to just trust yourself," basically, is what he's saying. And like I said, all he said was, "You're the artist, you figure it out." So in that entire drive back to my house, I remember Ben Ostrander, the managing editor, was driving. I'm sitting in the back seat just lost and trying to think about what that meant. And I realized it was the greatest gift I could ever have been given, especially at that point in my career, because the guy was saying, "You've got the ball in your hands, boy. Don't hand it back to the rest of the team. It's up to you now to bring something to us that surprises us, that delights us, that takes us beyond what we could have imagined." And that is our job as artists, I think, is to, again, riffing on something that Tommy was saying earlier, when we're hired, that Tommy called it that special noise we make, or that special something that we might have. Art directors are asking us to do they're hiring us because we can do something that hopefully others can't, and bring something to the package that is unique and fresh. And I think it's that personal perspective. That's what I riff on when I look at all the artists in this category, is there is that voice, and you are, always kind of transported when you look at the way they see that story, and in a way, the way they see the world. So when I'm doing my Loteria stuff, maybe it's even just a little more personal, but I've always said, and you can look back at interviews over the years, I've always said all book covers are personal to me. I take them all personally. And even when the jobs are hard, or, maybe have a little more aggressive hands-on from sales and marketing, I always still find a way to somehow inject something personal. And I don't mean that personal means has to be about me, because that's not what it's about. It's about trying to put some of your own personal voice that hopefully will then connect that story with that audience, if that makes any sense.